How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Ace Academy. I'm glad y'all can join for this lovely day. If you're wondering about the clicking in the background, that's me just trying to readjust my microphone. That should be good enough. Hope you're doing great this fine evening. It's cool I can follow the live stream. Last time, I believe our gear team was assembled. I'm not sure. Let me double check with that. Nope. Last time we were shopping around, and not just for love either. We literally went shopping. Nope. Last time we were shopping around, not just for love either. Literally went shopping. Yeah, just making sure everything's in order before I begin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's continue on our journey. Alright, in this episode, we got three choices to start off with. We can see if Nikki needs a ride home, which is a good thing to do, you know. But, pretty sure that won't be necessary. So, and as much, and see, this is a unit for the unit route. I'm gonna say that for the unit route, okay? Alright, this we got three choices to start off with. See if Nikki needs a ride home, which is a good thing to do. So, this is a unit for the unit route. I'm gonna say that for the unit route, okay? So, I'm going to just hang out with my boy Show. Let's see if Show wants to hang out at the arcade or something. I call and he picks up with a few rings.
What's up?
We can ask him on a date, which is weird. We can just say, let's go to the arcade, but time for skirmish war. So, I'm going to just hang out with my boy Show. Let's see if Show wants to hang out at the arcade or something. Let us partake in cyber skirmishing. Show, it's time.
Time?
It's time to go to war. I cannot do it alone. Won't you follow me into the gates of purgatory itself?
That's a hefty request, my good sir.
It involves feasting next to the arcade.
That's simply an offer I can't refuse.
Let us partake in Show, it's time. It's time to go to war. I figured as much.
I'll meet you there.
Cool. After hanging up, I head out to the arcade. As I enter the building, I spot Shell waving at me. As soon as I join him, he leads me deeper into the arcade. So, where are we going?
To a game which will showcase our skills.
We got a nice claw machine, got some riding machine games. Yeah. And it's funny how they have a gear simulation right there, you know. But the gear simulators are the other way.
Not those skills.
Shell stops in front of a shooting game and pulls a gun out of the holster.
Shall we see who the better marksman is?
The game has inbuilt sensors so we can duck to the side to take cover or peek out, and the game will read that movement. It's a team-based game, but it sounds like Shell wants to try and turn it into a competition. As much as I love to, I think we should work together instead. How about, you know this game's co-op, right?
What's the harm in some friendly competition?
Nothing. But I'd rather work together to beat the current high score.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, didn't think about that, did you, Shell? We throw a couple of tokens in the machine. Once the game loads up, we jump straight into the action. Shell takes the lead. And it leads us straight into an enemy encampment. Sounds like my Uncle Bob had he been drinking. We'll need to work together to take on this wave.
Roger. Uh-oh.
You got yourself into shit quicker than a paddle, buddy? Shell is quickly overwhelmed by sheer number of enemy forces.
I need some cover fire.
10-4, good buddy. I concentrate my aim successfully, freeing Shell so he can run for cover. Once he's settled, the two of us work closely to take out the rest of the team. New high score! Excuse me.
Wow, we set the new high score? I'm surprised how easy that was.
It really was. That's what happens when you have solid teamwork.
True that, Broseph.
And I understood, why did you start calling me Broseph? He prompts a fist and I bump it. After our shooting match, we head for the gear simulators.
Aw, no way!
There's a long line of snakes around some of the other game stations.
Well, I guess I should have expected this.
Why are there so many people?
It's because of the new updates to the simulators.
I didn't know I didn't know arcade games can get updated. I'm surprised. I mean, more surprised that arcades is still a thing, you know, because it seems like they're becoming scarcer and scarcer here nowadays. But apparently they love the arcade games in Japan. Of course, I was resorted. Of course, my arcade consists of two things: one, movie theaters, and two, Chuck E. Cheese. Of course, that's when I was younger. That or Bass Pro, but a lot of the good old arcade games is starting to, you know, just disappear, you know. It's too bad I couldn't get like a nice like the Big Buck Hunter Adventures for myself, you know, like on Friends when when Phoebe bought Mrs. Pac-Man for Monica and Chandler, and then Chandler gets the claw. He gets his playing for like 8 hours straight, which is rather impressive. Update.
The arcade has new prototype weapons by Eludian Enterprises installed into the sim.
Interesting. Wonder what kind of power. Hey, buddy, do you know what do you know what weapons they have? Cyndaquil. I thought so too. By the way, if you can think of a name for Cyndaquil, I'd be more than happy to hear it.
Not sure, but I can't wait to find out. Buddy, you know what? Send equipment load. You know what bumpers they have? I thought so too.
Yeah, he doesn't know. But he's open to suggestions, you know?
By the way, if you think of a name for Civic Quill, I won't have to hear it.
Because that's like one of the mascots to my channel. You're pretty excited about this. He scratches his head and with a sheepish grin. Oh, man. It's one of them days when your back just won't stop itching.
Yeah, it's because I really do like gears. Yeah, he doesn't know. But he's
What got you get into them in the first place? Sure looks like he's struggling to find the words.
Nah, it's stupid. Sorry about this.
I'm sure it's not. You can tell me. It's strange to see him look so serious. After a few more seconds of hesitation, Cheryl finally speaks.
I got beat up a lot as a kid.
Now I feel like a jerk. I didn't know. He takes a deep breath.
I was always the one being picked on in class or after school. That's why I hung out alone a lot.
That is... The thing is... The thing is, while some people believe that's truth, the thing is, if you notice how if you're not stupid or have a pair of eyes, you can see that Mayu has been hanging out with Sho for a long time. She even said she trusts Sho, which means they know each other for a long time. So this story may seem like a lie to some of y'all, but but sometimes you just gotta give them the benefit of the doubt.
Then one year, my mom bought me this sweet gear action figure for my birthday. Man, I loved that thing. It was so awesome. But the kids from my class, they pulled it from my hand.
Calling it now, he's lying.
Smashed it against the concrete.
But I'm not gonna lie, it's a very good lie. And sometimes the people you don't think are capable of lying can be the best liars. Oh man.
I sat there, my eyes red from crying, and I thought, if only I had a... But I'm not gonna lie. I sat there, my eyes red from crying, and I thought, if only I had a real gear.
So I didn't catch the ending, Master. Sure, I'm sorry. It doesn't faze me. If I had known this was such a sensitive topic, I wouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's good to finally talk about it, you know?
Then suddenly his body starts shaking. Yeah, right. Look, I didn't mean to bring up. And see, the thing is, sometimes main characters, we fall for stuff like that. Hook, line, and sinker. Wait, don't tell me.
I can't believe you actually fell for it!
You know what? He got me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let him show that he got me. I'm gonna tell him. I'm just gonna tell him, give me back my sympathies. I take back every nice thing I just said about you.
I'm sorry. It was just too good to resist.
Sometimes it is. I'm not gonna deny.
You know what? He got me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let him show that he got me. I'm gonna tell him. I'm just gonna tell him, give me back my sympathies. Maybe I should give up my piloting career to become an actor.
Don't give up your day job. Don't push it. So what's the real story? He just shrugs.
There isn't one. There's just a feeling, you know? Being inside the cockpit, your hands on the control panels, and the only thing you see out of your visuals is down the barrel of your opponent's rifle.
You mean you like the thrill? Didn't take you for an adrenaline junkie.
That's not exactly it. In a match, everyone is an equal. You could be the son of the president or missing a leg or whatever. And none of that matters. All that matters is if you have what it takes to win.
Shout out to Douglas Bader. May that man rest in peace. A little history lesson. Douglas Bader was the legless ace of World War II. Well, matches aren't really equal. If you're the son of the president, you could have the best equipped gear in the nation, which will probably give you the advantage over the gear with average equipment.
True, which is why matches held between standard gears are my favorite. Then it really is based on skill alone.
He's not wrong. Show's unusually serious and speaks in earnest. Although he's still smiling, it's not his usual goofy grin. He might come off as someone who doesn't take anything seriously, but after what he just shared, I get the feeling his facade hides a mind that is observant and alert. Yeah, sometimes the geniuses don't seem like geniuses. Interesting.
I don't share that with a lot of people. I don't think they'd understand.
I don't know really what to say. Show's signature grin returns.
Anyway, good talk.
Thanks. I'll see you next session. That'll be 500 credits for the session.
What?
Your next therapy session is scheduled for 2 weeks from now.
That's pretty pricey. How come I don't get the friends and family discount?
I just look at Show, who stares blankly at me. Suddenly his eyes go wide in understanding.
You mean we aren't friends?
The line dwindles as we've been talking, and before we know it, it's our turn.
Looks like we're next.
Just be glad he doesn't have a therapy session with NF. Woof. But that's a great song, by the way. Yeah, speaking of NF, I'm glad he dropped a new single. I can't wait for the new album to drop. Show and I take our places inside the simulation pods. We continue to battle. Hold up. We continue to battle each other until Show has to leave. When I get home, Uncle Kaito's lounging on the couch with his feet up on the coffee table and staring intently at his laptop. Mountains of paper and folders surround him, with a few loose pieces strewn across the floor. Uh-oh, hope it didn't. There we go. Hey, Uncle, is Nikki home? When I get home, Uncle Kaito's lounging on the couch with his feet up on the coffee table and staring intently at his laptop. Clearly startled, Kaito spins to face me and loses the rest of his papers in a scattered mess. He rubs his eyes before letting out a resigned sigh and kneels to pick him up. I ran down to help him. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you.
It's not your fault. Sometimes this house can be too quiet.
Quiet. I guess that means Nikki isn't home. He gives me a weak smile. I can tell he's tired. Carter's been working late almost every night since Nikki and I arrived. I hope he's not overworking himself. I hand back all the papers I collected and he begins sorting them into folders again. Can I help? He hesitates and then shakes his head.
Thanks, bud, but I've got it.
I sit beside him anyways. What are you working on?
Just some work stuff.
Right. Actually, now thinking about it, I don't really know what Uncle Kaito does for a living. So what kind of work stuff?
A lot of things.
You're being evasively... What is your answer? Is it a secret?
Huh?
What are you doing? Is it a secret?
No, of course not.
Well, getting information for you is like pulling teeth.
Sorry, I'm just looking over the contracts for the restaurant.
He just laughed. That's all he did. Although, that being said, contracts, don't you have a department that handles that?
Yeah, we do. But as regional manager, I have to look at them first to make sure they include everything we discuss. Then I send it to the deal desk to make sure all the legalese is correct and that there are no hidden clauses.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Sometimes stuff can be hidden in, can be hidden in the fine print. It's like it's in the fine print inside the fine print. He passed a pile of papers close to him.
We're opening up a new cafe in the next month, hence all the new contracts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, it won't be too far away. You know that empty lot in the strip mall?
The one that's been under construction?
Yep, that's where it'll be.
Interesting. That's pretty close. I'll have to stop by after it opens and check it out.
Have you been to any of our other restaurants yet?
I didn't even know you managed restaurants until now. I didn't even know you had a restaurant.
Really? When you were little, I used to take you there when you visited. Don't you remember?
Kind of, but I didn't know those were your restaurants.
I used to bring you food straight from the kitchen.
I was 5. I thought everyone did that. He laughs.
Fair point. Well, if you get the chance, you should try the place near the park. It serves Western-style cuisine and is very popular in Isokase. I know it won't be exactly like the food you had back in the States, but I'd be curious to see how you like it.
Sure, that sounds great. He grins at me before turning back to his stack. I should probably let him work. I'm going to go upstairs. Good luck with all of this.
Thanks.
I'm just going to draw. I head to my room and do another quick search on SBA. Then decide to check out what other clubs are at Ace. It looks like there's a club for everything. Tennis, cooking, business, culture, etc. At some point, I vaguely hear voices downstairs. Nikki must be home. After a quick convo, she comes upstairs and I hear her shut the door to her room. I continue surfing in the net, but after a while my eyelids start to droop, and I crawl into bed before drifting to sleep. Dot dot dots. Yeah. My alarm snaps me out of my slumber with a groan. I reach out, I blink in the search of the coveted snooze button. 5:45. What possessed me to set my alarm at such an ungodly hour? Oh, right, the physical education class I had this morning. Any normal human being would have picked a more reasonable time for this course, which explains why this time I was the only one available. I climb out of bed and begin my morning routine. After getting ready, I head downstairs to an empty living room. Kaito and Nikki must still be asleep, like any other normal person. I power feast through breakfast and head on my way. Tell everybody I'm on my way. I'm loving every step I take. An uneventful drive later, I'm waiting outside the gymnasium. I've always wondered why we put, like, the Y for gym, you know? Why is that? Some zombie-like students wait with me. The rest are passed out on the campus benches. Too early for this, dude. A cheerful voice, too cheerful at the current time of day, breaks through my reverie. And I see 2 familiar faces approaching. Shell is beaming, but I can't say the same about Kari. Her eyes are hardly open as she yawns, barely mustering a nod of acknowledgement. You know, I'm with Kari on this one. I rub my eyes, barely able to stay conscious.
Aw, you're not a morning person either?
Before I get a chance to apply, Shell smacks my back, and I stumble a few paces. Kari straggles too. She whips around and stomps her foot towards Shell. Her drowsy expression is placed with one of fire. Watch out for them Cinderella's. They may be when they're tired, they can turn on you quick.
Ow! What was that for?
Yeah, you kind of deserve this, dude.
Just waking you both up for a wonderful day of gym class.
No, second bucket had PE, which was a little better because it was not as early, you know. Kara and I both shoot piercing glares towards Sheila. We're literally shooting him daggers. I'm going to end him. I'm going to end him. Yeah, I'll work on that anyways. Don't want to hurt my throat. I'm going to end him.
Not before I do.
Yeah, look, we're on agreeing on something. Shell steps back and hands up go defensively. Like, I surrender. I surrender.
Whoa, guys, chillax.
You brought this on yourself, bro.
So scary.
What's up with you two picking this as your time slot for the course?
We could ask the same for you.
I transferred in the program late, so this is the only class available. All Kai does is cross arms.
I guess that makes sense.
And you guys?
We were originally in a later class, but decided to change out.
Any reason why? Shell looks at Kari. She sat before shrugging her shoulders.
Remember when we told you about us forming our own team because it didn't work out with the previous one?
Yeah, I vaguely remember you mentioned that.
Let's just say we all decided to pick the same gym class to train together, but as you know, it didn't work out.
Sounds more like a falling out. Shell rose the back of his head.
Something like that. In any case, we figured it'd be easier to switch out than deal with that awkwardness every week.
Makes sense. It's a cover. See, and when you have this option only it's a cover. Kari wants to join to see me. Is only available if you're doing the Kari route. I nod solemnly. I get it now.
Get what?
I gaze deeply into Kari's eyes as she raises an eyebrow.
What?
It's a cover. See, and when you have
You switched classes for me.
it's a cover.
She shuffles uncomfortably. A pink tinges her face.
Are you for real? I knew you were an idiot, but seriously?
I gently take her hands in my own. The color of her cheeks deepens. And now you're being all shy to hide. You are so cute. Kari retracts her hand and stamps her reply. Tsundere, Tsundere. Hey, can someone get the number for that Tsundere I just had fun with?
I can't believe you would say something so stupid. Can you believe this show?
Shell is just far too busy laughing to respond.
That's it. I'm joining another class.
There are no other classes available, remember? She cringes and then groans.
I can't believe I'm stuck here with you two idiots for the whole semester.
We hear a click as the building door unlocks.
Sorry for the wait, everyone. We had a little issue with the gym schedule, but that's now been resolved. Please make your way to the locker rooms. They meet at Gymnasium 3.
Awesome. We'll see you there, Cowrie. Come with me, Brosif.
Shell pushes me towards the men's locker room. We quickly change on uniforms and Shell and I head towards the gym. Even with all the training equipment aside, the space feels huge. Flags and banners from past figures hang on the wall and ceiling. Typical of Base Academy, everything looks so pristine.
Hello.
Shell's voice snaps me back to reality. What up? What up? What's up, danger?
Jeez, zoning out like that when I'm asking you such an important question? It's almost like you don't care.
Sorry, what'd you ask?
What's your favorite flavor of Dongo?
Apparently, he doesn't know the emphasis of importance.
What's up, danger?
I think he and I have different definitions of what an important question is. I suppose it's something in my peripheral vision distracts me from answering. Whoa. A group of girls in the gymnasium wearing nothing but their panties and a t-shirt. This can't be right. Well, technically it's not really panties. It's kind of a bikini gym shorts, you know? I rub in my eyes, but the magical sight remains still in focus. What's going on?
Huh?
The girls are walking around in their panties. Sherry glances excitedly, but deflates a second later.
What are you talking about, Broseph?
I mean, it kind of makes sense because they have different gym sets of clothes in America and Japan. It's like sense because we're so used to wearing shorts for gym, you know, just a t-shirt and shorts for male and female, you know, for modesty's sake, you know. But I guess because they're so used to it growing up, it's nothing for them, you know. Different cultures have different standards for modesty, you know. How are you not seeing this?
See what? Girls wearing their gym uniforms?
An innocent little show. Must you never learn? It's incredibly revealing. Show stares for a moment. 3, 2, 1.
I still don't get it.
Wait, too
That's what they've always worn.
Wait, too soon,
Since
too soon.
elementary school.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, now
There it
that
is.
you mention it.
There it is. I watch the show's face reddens.
My God! What have you done? I won't be able to focus in this class anymore.
Come on, I couldn't have been the only one seeing this.
You were. I was desensitized to this from childhood because my memories never associated this attire with perversion, and thus there was nothing to be perverted about.
Welcome to my world, show. Thank you for flying Air Savannah. Please don't stand until the plans come to a complete stop. What the heck are you going on about?
I don't know, Matt. I'm too distracted to think clearly.
Calm down, Seabiscuit. You're gonna be alright.
What are you two yelling about?
Ah, here's to say the day is Kari. We both grin. We both spin around to see Kari. She's also wearing what no one in the right mind would dub a gym uniform. All I gotta say to Kari is this. Dang it, I normally can't whistle, but this day is kind of laughing too hard. Hold on. How you doing? Her porcelain legs are completely free of blemish, and the way the material shows off her body makes it clear she works hard and stays fit. Oh, a little heads up. I don't want. Just a little heads up, guys. I'm not spoiling anything, but just know there's options that get her to bend over. If you know what I mean. How can someone wear something like this? That feels like a dense answer. Swiggity swooty. I just can't believe they have that option. By the way, just know this is gonna become up a lot. This is gonna be a pretty prevalent choice. The swiggity swooty. I'm coming for the booty. But I'm gonna say that for another day. So this is basically for me and my boy, you know, strictly for me and my boy. But her, but I'm gonna say her routine is yielding superb results. If I have any doubt that Kara's physical prowess, I don't have it anymore. It must take hard work and discipline to have a body like yours. She frowns as a hand instantly goes into his side. The only thing betraying her unimpressed expression is a slight pink creeping on her face.
Are you really trying to hit on me with a line like that?
Nope, I'm just giving credit where credit is due. You can take it however you want. It's impressive to see someone so diligent with their training. Kari crosses her arms as the pink on her face deepens.
Thanks, I guess.
A few minutes go by as we wait for the class to start. By the way, have you guys thought about what we should do for a sponsorship?
Not quite.
Ah, crap.
No.
There we go. Almost skipped the line again. Shona both glance at Kari in surprise as she crosses her arms.
What?
You're usually on top of this stuff.
Yeah, she really is.
I've been busy. This team isn't the only thing I focus on.
Really. Before Sho can say anything, I intervene. That's okay. I might have lead anyway.
Really?
She doesn't need to sound so surprised. Don't act so surprised now. Yeah, you know the SBA? They both nod. I know someone who works for them. She's agreed to help us find a sponsor. She'll clap me on the back.
This is why I chose you to join our team. You make things happen.
Excuse me. Are you sure that's not because I was the only person available? Kari snorts but shows unfazed. I had a laugh at that.
That too.
Sho is about to speak again when Kari shushes him.
Be quiet. Class is about to start.
Before the professor waits for the room to quiet down before he begins the class. The professor dismisses the class and all three of us file out together. My muscles are already fatigued and my limbs tremble. I didn't know I'm going to be sore in the morning. Shell groans.
My legs feel like they're on fire.
I grin in sympathy, too tired to respond. Kari power walks ahead of us.
Class wasn't that hard.
She and I stare at each other and I whisper to him. But how is she doing that right now?
She's a cyborg, a human mecha hybrid.
That makes sense to me. There it is. Once we're outside, she'll wave us goodbye.
Well, that was fun. I got some stuff to take care of, though. I'll catch you on the flip side, Gary, Mr. Broseph.
Same. I'll talk to you guys later.
We all say goodbye. Now, let's see. Who should I choose? Valerie or Sho? Let me get swole. But oh yeah, I forgot to mention. In this game, see the thing is, you can only romance one, but you can grow close to another girl. You know. So basically, you have like two options until you choose a different route. You know. Like say for example, I was doing Yuna. I could still talk to like Kari, Mayu, and Valerie. You know. And kind of get good close to them as a friend. You know. But just a little heads up, if you do this, they will get their own boyfriends. I'm gonna choose Valerie.
Just a little heads up. If you do this, they will get their own points.
And or a girlfriend, you know. But that being the case, I'm gonna choose Valerie. Because I haven't spoken to her in a while. I should spend some time on my studies, but I don't want to be cooped up inside on such a nice day out. It really is a beautiful day outside today. And we got some happy trees in the background. I take a stroll through campus. I find an isolated bench near the campus cafe and pull up my tablet. Maybe I take a look at my first assignment for my foreign exchange international bridging class. I log into my web link. I can't find a tab to the class. Maybe the professor hasn't set up yet. I wonder if anyone else is having trouble. Good thing that Valerie girl gave me her number in class. I find it in my phone and I give it a call. She answers the phone almost immediately.
Oh my, someone's eager. Aren't you supposed to wait 3 days before calling a girl?
That's a stupid rule if you ask me. Don't flatter yourself. I only reserve that for pretty girls.
Am I not pretty?
Well, I called you, didn't I? ... The line goes silent. Ladies can't resist bad boys and jerks. She must be swooning over my manly charms. Anyway, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you able to access the foreign exchange international bridging class web link?
This is why you called me?
Why else would I call?
Hold on. Let me log in.
I wait in silence while she types on the line.
Yeah, I can see it. Why?
What's the assignment?
The professor wants us to go off campus and explore the city of Hisokaze.
She pauses and her voice turns to silk.
Oh, now I understand why you called. Yes, I would love to.
Love to what?
Be your partner.
Partner? Like for life?
Slow your roll, mister. We haven't even gone on a date yet.
Partner for...
Partner for the project, silly. We can work in pairs.
Oh. Exploring the city with another person will make more fun than going alone. Sure, let's do that.
Great. When do you want to get together?
How about this weekend?
It's a date.
No, it isn't.
We'll meet at the park. See you then.
It's not a date. And she hung before I can even finish my sentence. I really hope she wasn't joking about that. I'm basically done for the day, but I don't feel like going home yet. Just wander around the cabin side of the one aimlessly what I want to do. I can study, I can go to the club, or hang out at the Palace Lounge. Yeah, and by the way, I've noticed that sometimes when I do these certain routes, I'm end up paying out with Valley more than anything else in the game. Like if I'm on a different route. Like, I could be on Yuna and end up with either Kari or Valley. Only one time I remember I was with the Valerie, and then I went to Mayu route as well. Little heads up, Mayu is one of the hardest routes there is. It's worth it, but it's like, do you really want to go that route, you know? Yeah, and by the way, I've noticed sometimes when I do these certain routes, I'm end up paying out with Valley more than anything else in the game. Like if I'm on, like I could be on Yuna and end up with either Kari or Valley. Only one time I remember I was with Valley, and then I went to Mayu route as well. I'm gonna check out the Palace Lounge. Try to relax in the Palace Lounge. The leaderboard is still posted and people are crowded around rankings talking, and I decided to head to the bar and get a drink. Bartender waits for my order. I'm just gonna get nothing in the call. It's the middle of the day, it's too early for a drink. I'll have a water, please. He nods and silently fills my glass. Thanks. As much as I find an empty table near one of the TVs and sip my drink. A professional gear exhibition matches on USA versus Japan. USA is the lead. I watch intently, secretly rooting for the USA team. A pilot sits across from me, blocking the view of the match.
Hey, you're part of the team that ranks 21, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I watched your match. You're not bad for a new guy. What's that thing you did with your core?
Sorry, how do you know which team am I in the ranking? He seems surprised.
Your team is the only one listed without a name.
There is a name listed. It's Ace 204911.
Yeah, but it's a generic name. One that was assigned because the team never submitted a name.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that bugged me this whole game. Like, you couldn't at least give us an option to create our own name to kind of incorporate into the story. Oh, and I hadn't thought about the name yet. Maybe this is something we should discuss in the next team meeting, and I'll make a mental note bringing it up.
Anyway, I just wanted to say congratulations on your ranking. That's a big deal for a new team.
Thanks. What ranking did you get? He grins.
22.
Ha! No way.
Yeah, you guys just beat us. Maybe I'll see you on the battlefield.
Maybe. The roaring crowd interrupts our conversation, glancing at the TV. Japan's now tied for the lead.
Did you see that?
No, I missed it.
That guy just took out the USA range gear. He faked them out by breaking formation and took them by surprise.
Really? Looking back up, I hope to see a recap of the play I missed. Instead, there's an advertisement on Mad Bus for the park line. A hot woman in an awfully tight spandex suit hops out of her gear onto a beach. Her suit strategically falls away into a bikini. She lounges on the beach with her gear every so often. The accessories of the gear disappear and reappear with Mod Buzz latest editions. The student glances up and scoffs.
Modbuzz is such a ripoff.
I snap out of my daze.
Their new environmentally friendly line sounds like an excuse to overcharge the public for the same stuff.
Yeah. Yes. It is another way for a large corporation to prey on the gullible and stupid.
You agree with me?
He seems surprised by my reaction. I guess I'm not maybe share our views. It's all metal anyways. I'll be disposed of the same way.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like they've got a promotion going on.
Another glance at the TV, if I tag Screen Project to the number list, I'm able to win a free item from the latest line.
You going to participate?
No. Not interested. I never liked Mod Buzz, and their new line didn't do anything to change my feeling towards them. He nods.
Me neither.
The match comes back on, we continue watching the game. My phone rings and Yuna's name flashes on the screen. I moved the quiet spot of the outside of the lounge. Hey Yuna, how's the search going?
Actually, that's why I called you. I have some good news.
Great! What is it?
I got you an interview.
Yes! Already? It's only been a day. How'd you do it?
Lots of phone calls.
I laugh. Thanks, Yuna. This is great.
I know. It's with Wartech Corporation.
I nearly dropped the phone. How did you get a major player like Warp Tech interested in us?
I told them the truth. You guys are a strong, up-and-coming team. And with the right sponsor there to support you, you'll be unstoppable.
True. Thanks. We'll definitely have an advantage if we had an access to Warp Tech's weaponry. When's the interview?
Yeah, about that.
The hesitation is ominous.
Your interview is tomorrow.
Just cut me just stab me with a knife already. I'm gonna drop the phone. The phone falls from my grip, but I can catch it before it falls.
Hello? You okay?
Did you say tomorrow?
I know it's last minute, but their next availability is a few weeks away. I didn't think you could wait that long.
No, you're right. Sooner is better.
Cut me just stab me with a knife already.
I need to call my team. I don't know if they'll be able to make it.
They don't all need to be there. As long as one member of the team is there, the interview can happen. Hello? You okay? Can you make it?
I need time to prepare, especially when I'm going alone.
No, I'll be there. And as a member of the FDA, I'll be taking the lead in presenting your credentials. I've got everything under control.
No, you're right. Sooner is better. I need to call my team. I don't know if they'll be able to make it.
They don't all need to be there. As long as one member of the team is there, the interview can happen. Hello? You okay? Can you
Alright, I'll make my own presentation tonight and meet you tomorrow.
Great. I'll meet you in front of the library after class.
Thanks again, you know I owe you one.
It was my pleasure.
We both hang up. The first thing I do is send a group text to my team. Got an interview with Warp Tech Corp tomorrow afternoon. Can any of you join? It's okay if you can't. I have it under control. After a minute, I sent the text. I received a reply from Shell, which is no surprise. He's always freakishly quick to respond. Broseph, I'll be hanging Fritz on the dock plan. Literally no idea what that means. But I text him back. So you mean yes? Ha, you're funny. Good luck and let me know how it goes. At least I got my answer. 1 down, 2 to go. I still got some time before I need to go home. I'm finally done with class for the day. For some reason, I don't strangely feel tired, much like hanging on the campus. I'll go home and rest up. I walk to the parking lot and spot my bike where I left it. As soon as I reach it, a sleek white car pulls up and blocks the exit. The car's tinted windows and it looks like something way out of my price range. As I can see the back of the car, I guess it might be a Panther. Although the engine is still running, there's no movement from the car. It's kind of weird. Are they waiting for someone? If so, I wish they'd pick a different spot. How am I supposed to leave if they're blocking the exit? Besides, wouldn't it make more sense to pick someone up closer towards the campus and not in the heart of the parking lot? I hop on my bike as soon as I ponder these questions. Just as I'm about to back up, the passenger door opens and a smooth leg starts to fall on the leg of a cute girl with red hair. Wait a minute. It's Kyrie. I'm gonna stay still. I pause on my bike, ready to watch the scene unfold. I'm far enough away that Kyrie won't spot me. The driver on the side of the door opens and an older man steps out. He looks European, definitely not Japanese. I guess in his mid-30s. I can tell he keeps in shape by the way his shirt clings to his biceps, and he reaches into the back of the car holding back of the car and hand Kyrie a bag. With a wide smile, he involves her into a hug. I wait for the inevitable slap, but it never happens. Instead, Kyrie accepts her without protest. How is she so calm now? And she's just smiling back at him. He never tries to linger in the hug, but Kyrie gently pulls away and waves him goodbye to him. The man waves back and returns to his car and drives off. As she heads back towards the campus, her path leads her straight to my parked bike. Hey, Kyrie! She jumps slightly in my voice.
Oh, it's you.
She glances behind her and sighs and leaves when the white car is nowhere in sight.
What are you doing here?
I'm kind of curious to see what all 3 answers happen. I'm going to do nothing first. I'm not doing anything. What are you doing here?
Also nothing.
I raise an eyebrow. Is that why you're in the parking lot?
No, I'm going to my dorm.
Okay, so what were you up to today?
Does it matter?
I'm just curious. I want to learn more about you. Her expression softens slightly, and I think I see a faint blush of pink on her cheeks.
It's nothing. Just a thing I went to.
Oh, shut up. I forgot. If you probably be kind of get negative points, you know? I'm going to leave it alone. I should bet Kara's probably going to trust you. Tell me she's ready. Okay, if you say so.
I'm going now. Why? I don't know what you're talking.
Is he a family friend?
Then don't look. It's none of.
See what I mean?
I don't know what you're. Why?
It's best not to pry, you know?
It's nothing. Doesn't matter. Also.
Okay. I learned different things about this, about Carly. You can make her mad like that if you're allowed to. I was just picking up my bike so I can go home.
Oh, right. Of course.
What about you?
Heading to my dorm.
Okay, so what were you up to today?
Does it matter?
Kind of. I'm just curious. I want to know more about you. Her expression softens slightly, and I think I see a faint blush of pink on her cheeks.
It's nothing. Just a thing I went to.
I'm just going to leave it alone. And that's the last I'm going to choose any other else. I should respect Kara's privacy and trust that she'll tell me when she's ready. Okay, if you say so. She nods.
I'm going now. See you later.
Yeah, later. I wonder what that all was all about. As soon as car was out of view, I kicked my bike into gear and head home. Because if you're not careful, that could have caused you to have your first argument. As soon as I get home, Nikki jumps off the couch and greets me.
There you are. What took you so long?
What? She has her hands on her hips and she taps her foot impatiently. Did I forget we have plans tonight? I'm gonna turn it round on her. I crossed my arms and mimic her impatience. The better question is, what took you so long?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I've been waiting forever for you to come home.
Home? Oh, I guess we didn't have plans. Why?
Well, I have some exciting news.
Nikki sits down on the couch and I follow her. What is it?
Remember when you suggested I start a cooking club at school?
Yes, I vaguely remember that. Yeah?
I took your advice and spoke with the school administration, and they loved the idea. I already have a teacher who's agreed to sponsor the club, and a few of my classmates have approached me asking if they could join.
That's awesome, Nikki.
I know. I was thinking of structuring it so that we can learn a new dish each week, and anyone can share a dish, so it's not just me leading everything. Our first meeting is next week, and I thought I could start us off by teaching something simple and non-Japanese.
Oh, non-Japanese, huh? She paused and looked thoughtfully at me. Went a little too fast, but that's okay.
What do you think I should make?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's sushi. Sushi.
I said non-Japanese.
California rolls?
Not what I meant. Let me guess. Those are the only foods you can make.
Of course not. I know how to make mac and cheese.
Eating stuff from a box? That's not cooking.
I can make spaghetti.
Maybe you should join our club.
And that's my cue to leave.
No, don't go. I was just kidding.
I laugh. I know, but I've got some studying to do anyways. Congrats on getting your club set. I bet it'll end up being the most popular club in your school.
Thanks. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I like having a smaller size group so we can all interact easily. But having a larger group means more exposure to new foods.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's getting way ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, you still need to decide on what you're going to do for your first meeting.
Some help you've been.
I laugh and get head upstairs. You know. Alright, Zootopia moment. Cue Nick's line now. You know you love me.
That's what you think.
Ah. Nick waves. She waves goodbye. Excuse me. Ugh. Man, it's been. Today's not been my day when it comes to English. Once in my room, I settle down at my desk and begin collecting research and statistics I can present at the interview. I want to be well informed, especially when I'm going to representing my team. Wait. Did Kari or Mayu even respond to my text? A quick check on my phone shows they did. I opened Mayu's first. I hope it doesn't cause you much trouble if I don't code, but I have a previous engagement and couldn't make it. Best of luck. She sounds like Elastigirl. After Mr. Cradle and asked if she's doing anything later. I shrug. At least she was nice about it. Next, I opened Kari's text. Why did you schedule the interview so soon? Of course I can't make it. Don't mess this up. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Kari. At least you know will be there to back me up. I read over my notes a few more times and told Conway about what to say. Then I head to bed early so I can be well rested tomorrow. I wake up after the first round of my alarm and hop out of bed. Today is the interview. I get dressed and practice my speech in my head. Breakfast goes by and blurred. I try to anticipate what questions they will ask me. Before long, I reach campus. After a days, I go to class, take my seat by the window.
Good morning, class. I hope you're all prepared for the pop quiz.
Pop quiz? I didn't hear anything about a pop quiz.
You are absolutely right. That is why, young man, it is called a pop quiz.
The only person who the only person who is amused by that is the professor. He hands one page out to each student, but soon I'm staring at a sheet of questions. I breeze through the quiz. These questions are so easy since the materials what I repeated and studied and see I and Mark. I spent some time completing the rest of the questions. Dot dot dots, dot dot dots. With my quiz complete, I handed it in at the front of the class. Thank you. I nodded and returned to my seat. The professor waits for the rest of the class to finish for beginning the lesson.
That is all for today. Have a good afternoon.
As soon as the class is dismissed, I rush out the building. I'm not sure why I'm in such a hurry. I still have a few miles when you I wonder what should I pass at the time. You know what? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? That's a good place to end it. I hope you've enjoyed this journey. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. But I was having some technical difficulties, but I'm back. Now I can end the stream properly. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another exciting episode of Ace Academy. Excuse me. Tune in tomorrow or later on today for another episode. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that bell so you can be notified whenever I go live or a video has been uploaded. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rudy Verdon. You stay salty out there.